everybody, welcome back to my channel, Subscription Boxes and More with Michelle. And I have one of my very favorite boxes. For what it is my favorite box. You know, I love my whimsical cat lady stuff, and that is my favorite box that isn't this box. Does that make sense? What is it? Well, you already know. It is Emotional Wellbeing Box. Love this box. And Valerie Valentine from Valentine Studios, she so generously sends this to me for review for you guys. I hope nothing has fallen out. I hope nothing has gotten destroyed, but mine has a hole, a pretty substantial hole. I mean, I can get my hand in there if I force it in. I hope everything's okay. That is how it came to me. Ooh, lucky guys, lucky. Oh, my little guys fell off my little heart there because they're just sitting there. But they stayed sitting on there that whole time. And I can use those like on a card. I can use this whole bit on a card. Maybe that's what it's for. Because nothing is connected. So you got your little monster guys, your little love bugs, whatever they are. And then you got these two hearts. So, you know, you can layer this up however you want and make something with it. But that might be part of what you're supposed to do. There it is. Look at that beautiful blue. Something's jingling inside. I love this box, you guys. You have no idea how much I really enjoy this box and how much it has helped me with my mental health. And it seems like the boxes come right in line with whatever I'm working on in therapy with my therapist. It seems like they overlap so much. Like, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how the timing is just perfect usually. All right, so let's open her up and see, and there's what it's looking like. We got some cards here. It's something jingly. I'm just very intrigued. All right, I love the color of this. So, guys, we have box number 9, and there's only 12. It's going to be over soon. That's going to break my heart. Advocate voice. Welcome to you, most precious and valuable human being. The theme of this box is the development and strengthening of your advocate voice. I need this. It goes right along with what I'm working on in therapy. The ability to say no and stand up for myself and my needs, and to put those things first and to advocate for myself. Valerie, are you, is it ESP? Okay. Anyways, that part that can champion and serve you with positive and powerful spoken words. Your advocate voice can speak encouragement, appreciation, and respect, ask for what is needed, and is able to articulate values and boundaries. Very much we're working on me setting some boundaries. Contained in this box, and it tells you what's in it, and we're going to go through that with, you know, advocate voice, living the life you value. If I asked you, can you relate to the concept of the inner critic? What kind of messages does your inner critic voice to you? Well, it usually says, you can never do anything right. I'm very hard on myself, and that's that perfectionist. Remember, we talked about that. From my experience as a therapist, most people can easily identify and repeat the messages. These range from, you can't do it. You are not smart enough. You look disgusting. You're stupid. She's reading my mind. These messages are often repeated so often that we can't help but believe them, and then they become core beliefs about self. I was a bullied child, severely bullied in school, and so a lot of these things are beat into my brain, and they have become core beliefs. My rational brain says these things are not true. What evidence is there that they're true? But because they were beat into my skull from a very young age by other people and now by myself, it is very hard to turn that voice off or to turn it positive. And I try and, you know, but then that negativity creeps right back in. So this is something we're working on, in the setting of the boundaries and the advocating for myself and my needs. And sadly, we can fully develop and live by an internal critic that has the power to shred our dreams, ambitions, hopes, and potentials. The counter to this very common internal reality is to develop the internal advocate and give it voice. This is the part of us that encourages, values, loves, and respects. The advocate's messages are, you can do this. You have everything you need. You are smart and loving and kind. You are important. Your well-being is important. This is the part of self that can defend, set healthy boundaries, plead our case by voicing our needs and desires with conviction. This is the part of self that advocates for healthy change and speaks up when we feel minimized or disrespected. The advocate is the creative counterpart to the critic's destruction. In my experience, many of us have never developed a healthy advocate part. The advocate is primary for well-being, and no one else can develop this internal part except you. This development begins in your thoughts. What you tell yourself determines how you feel about yourself. Become aware of the thoughts and messages you are habitually thinking about yourself, and then deliberately, consciously balancing any internal criticism with internal advocacy. Change the thoughts that make you feel bad about yourself to thoughts that make you feel good about yourself. Tell the critic to get in the back seat. The advocate is driving today. Then practice simple affirmations of self. I can do this. I am unique and valuable. I am just as worthy as anyone else. I am moving toward empowered emotional well-being and voice. One important step in understanding and valuing self is to determine what you do actually value. What do you value about life, about being human, about yourself, about others, about learning and growing? What kind of values do you have, and how do you begin to utilize these as reference points for your own self-esteem and behavior? Brene, B-R-E-N-E, Brown has an excellent value exercise in her book, Dare to Lead. I encourage you to read this book. Find included in your welcome packet for this box her list with some additions. Take this list and check your top 15 values. Then circle your number 1 value to anchor a strong reference point within. Do some independent research about the different types of human values to better understand yourself and the important people in your life. Alert, big key for emotional well-being. Living the very best life you can create for yourself. Define your best life based on what you truly value. Then go out there and advocate for yourself by aligning your thoughts, decisions, words, and actions and what you value the most. This is key to utilizing your creative power. And then here is the list, and it gives things like academics, accountability, achievement, and then over here, dedication, diversity, equality, ethics, excellence, fairness, faith, family, honesty, hope, humanity, independence, innovation, integrity, intelligence. I'm just telling you some. Nature, openness, simplicity, spirituality, style, success, teamwork, thrift, time, tradition, travel, trust. Then it goes on because it's folded over. I can tell you that some of mine, I don't know if it's going to be my top 15, but definitely some of mine are animals. That's in here. Art, dedication, definitely equality and diversity and honesty, intelligence, creativity, friendship, freedom, love, loyalty, reliability, safety, security, self-expression, understanding, vulnerability. Those are all, I mean, that's more than 15. So home, gratitude, growth, and grace. And there's a lot, guys. Stability. To pick my top 15, that's going to be kind of tough, guys. That's going to be kind of tough because there's a lot. And then the practice of advocate voice, Emotion practice for advocate voice. The emotional practice for strengthening your advocate voice is to list in your journal any habitual thoughts that make you feel bad. Next to or under each of these, write a new thought that makes you feel good, or at the very least gives you some relief or space for something different. Pay attention to the emotion created by your thoughts and practice utilizing your internal advocate voice to move you further toward your goodness. And then there's mental practice for advocate voice. I don't want to read all of this to you because then there's no point in you buying it. Physical practice for advocate voice, spiritual practice for advocate voice, relationship practice for advocate voice. That's one that I need because I let people get their way all the time. I'm too wishy-washy. I give in, and then it leaves little time and space for myself. Service, work, career, creativity, contribution, practice for advocate voice. So anyways, there's a lot here, and this is definitely something I need. Everyone needs this. We all have that negative Nancy in our brain that tells us all the bad, that points out all the flaws. I guess there are some people that think that they're pretty special and pretty flawless, but the majority of the world has that negative voice in their mind too. And even those people do, to an extent they have, but maybe they've found a better balance, or maybe they're just a little too positive and then I'm a little too negative, and somewhere in the middle is what is healthy and normal. So, you know, we all could work towards healthy and normal and emotional well-being, right? So this box always has something for all your senses to help with the box, you know, like this one being advocate voice, so helping you to achieve this goal of advocate voice. There's always things that go along with that, and the first thing that is always on top is tea for your sense of taste. And the tea always comes from Dragonfly Tea House, and they're always different. This one is sparkling sugar plum tea, and it has black tea and peony petals and white sugar and corn syrup and gum, who knows. Anyways, it's mostly black tea with peony and sugar. Looks beautiful. And they always have these little bags that you put your tea in. There's a few of them, and there's a string that you tie it up so it keeps all your loose tea inside, and it works to me better than a tea strainer, a tea ball, because I think less, I mean, you always have little tiny bits that get out, but less than you do with a tea ball. How to brew. Bring 16 ounces of water to a boil. Place tea in an infuser or this bag. Once water is boiled, remove from heat and pour over tea and steep 3 to 5 minutes. Add cream and sweetener to taste, or drink plain. I don't know how much of it, I mean, is it just for one tea? Because I usually break it up into a couple of different teas. I think I usually get about 3 out of it, and then I steep it more than once. So I get as much as 3 cups of tea out of one baggie. Usually the second or third steeping is the best on loose teas, most teas, just so you know. So don't like steep it once and throw it away. Even your, you know, store-bought like Lipton, it's usually better the second or third brewing. Drink the first one, have another cup, use the tea bag again. It's not about being thrifty. It actually the tea blooms and opens up, and you get more flavor. Actually, it doesn't weaken it, it gets better. At some point it does start getting weaker, and then I add another bag. Anyway, this smells divine. Look how pretty it is. It's got like shiny bits in there. So, can't wait to try it. And then we have a bunch of the blue squiggly wigglies in the color of the box. Let's move those out so that you guys can see what it's looking like down inside a little better. They're still squiggly wiggly, but it gives you a peek. See, I see those bells that are jingling. Can you see? I don't want things to fall out. All right. So we have a satin baggie here that has some stones in there, I betcha. It does. It does have a few little stones. I'll get a bigger one out so you can see it. And we're going to have to find the card because it's usually attached to the card. Let me see. I'll put it against this heart because the heart is white and the stone is blue. And maybe you can see if I put the heart there. Aren't those pretty? There's a few of them. And let's see if we can find the card that goes with the stones. I like to tie it very loosely through the holes in the card so that I can still get in and get them out, but then it will dangle outside of the journal, all the bags, all the colored bags, and it looks neat anyways, and it helps me to know what I need when I need it and what it is. Aquamarine, that's what the stone is. I kind of thought it might be, but I wasn't 100% sure. Aquamarine is the stone of eternal youth and happiness. It is calming, soothing, and cleansing. The stone and color are associated with the throat chakra. Each supports easy, clear communication and alleviates fear and anger from speech. Worn as jewelry, it can reduce the fear of speaking in public. Aquamarine supports clear, reasoned words that utilize compromise and give courage. It relaxes the speaker, allowing awareness of personal truth, wisdom, and feelings, and the ability to articulate them with clarity and conviction. Women can find courage to express their thoughts and develop their intuitive abilities with aquamarine. Men will find that aquamarine cuts through their barriers of emotional numbness, allowing them to speak more freely and communicate more easily. Aquamarine also facilitates communication with the divine. It is considered a gateway crystal that accesses the divine feminine principles of love, understanding, and care. A stone of prophets, mystics, and healers, aquamarine helps us to explore the depths of soul and gentleness of innocence. Affirmation for aquamarine. I am clearly supported in using my advocate voice. All right. And then it tells you ways to engage with your stone, and I have said that in other videos, and it's pretty much the same. And you could go back and watch some of those. I'll put one of those iCards so that you can find it. So that goes with this, and I'm going to go ahead and loop that through there so that I can not lose it. All right, I got it tied on there, so I like to have it dangle loosely because then I can still get the stones out. But I also don't lose it, and I can remember which stone I need for what purpose. Okay. Then we have, for our sense of smell, we have an essential oil. And here is the card that goes with that. I wish it was a little larger, but it's not. Usually they're stapled on, and every time I try to open it, I rip it. So I'm kind of glad it wasn't stapled on. But then again, I may staple it on. All right, so it says clove. Oh, I love the smell of clove, guys. I also love clove-flavored gum and clove-flavored candy. And if you have like a tooth or something that's bothering you, it helps with that because it kind of numbs it, or your throat hurts. Just an FYI. So if you ever see those old-fashioned clove gums, oh, man. I'm going to whirl around in this, and my husband will say, well, you been baking ham? Because, I put cloves on my hand. Oh, guys, that is lovely. Oh, man. Oh, that smells so good. Their oils, they always smell good enough to eat. It's like doTERRA. It's like D-O, but the O has like a line over it. T-E-R-R-A, doTERRA, whatever. If you look them up, they have the best smelling oils I think I've ever smelled. Okay. Clove is oil of integrity. Clove empowers us to stand up for ourselves and reconnect with our personal authenticity. Clove is helpful in restoring our connection to the deep sense of self. It strengthens our ability to voice and stand up for personal needs. Clove insists we live our individual truth by saying what is authentic and real for us, even when it is different from what others may believe is right for us. So, and this is like, you can put this on topical. You're not supposed to eat it, okay? Don't lick it, even though it smells good enough to eat. Don't lick it. Oh, man, it does. I'm putting some more on because I need all the help I can get with the Put it on pulse points and stuff. I don't want to put it like up on my neck because my male cat Bugatti, he'll lick on my neck and I don't want to make him sick. But anyways, definitely a favorite smell. Oh, that smells so good. All right, whew, let's move on from that because I could just sit here and sniff it and sniff it. You want to smell? Don't you wish it was smell-o-vision? Open a thing of cloves, take a big whiff. Oh, all right. Then we have this little glassine bag that has our little affirmation cards. There's always 3 of those. And one says, I treat myself with courage and safety. I am truthful and kind with my thoughts and words. Well, to other people, not so much to me. Got to work on it, right? I embrace my right to my own authentic life. Really got to work on this box a lot. All right. Oh, guys, she accidentally gave me 2. So I might pass this on in the giveaway for 1,000 with a lot of other things because I have 2 of them. What is this? Creative Self-Expression Beach Flower Blend. Guys, there seems to be another little small thing of oil in here for our sense of smell. So, let's see. It's got a little dropper. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. Oh my goodness. I love tiny things. Put just a little drop right here on my thumb so I can sniff at it. I don't really smell anything. That may just be me. I have a bit of a sinus infection going on. So it probably does have a smell, but I'm not smelling it. But let's see what it says. The Beach Flower Remedy Blend will help you fuse thinking and feelings while increasing self-acceptance and appreciation with agrimony. Mustard opens your mind to trusting yourself even in difficult times while embracing light and goodness with a more optimistic outlook. Communicate your deepest soul and develop your talents with wild oat. Make space for creativity. Own your destiny. Look forward with joy with the help of willow. Suggested use. Take directly under the tongue. Apply topically to your skin or add to your favorite beverage as often as you feel the need. Frequent use yields best results. Provided by Dr. Holly Mulder, Moulder, ND, naturopath of Edmond Wellness in Edmond, Oklahoma. Info at Edmond, EDMOND, not with an S like me, EDMOND, Wellness, WELLNESS.com. That's there. And if you want to just check them out, www.edmondwellness.com. Okay? So, let's try that out, shall we? I'm not really, I got a drop. I mean, I felt it. It doesn't have like a taste that makes you go, meh. It doesn't taste like much of anything. So if you put it in your drink or whatever, it's not going to hurt it. Or you can put it directly under your tongue so that it's going to be absorbed more quickly and more readily. It has agrimony, mustard, wild oat, and willow flower essence and distilled water. That is really cool. I wonder what it would do added to the tea. I wonder how that would work. Okay, so we have our bells for our sense of hearing. That's nice because it's one of Velcro and you can put it on your wrist or your ankle. So maybe you're going to be like dancing and swaying, maybe to some music that makes you feel good. It may not fit everyone's ankle, but you know, it's be a bit adjustable. You could probably put it around your ankle and do some, as a Native American, I do think of that because, you know, we do tend to have these bells on our ankles when we, not always, but for some dances, right? Or you can put it on your wrist, and sometimes you have them on your wrists and your ankles. And then it gets very jingly-jangly, let me tell you. With a bunch of us, yeah. All right, and then there is an ink pen. Your emotion, or your empowered voice, it says on it, and it's the same color as the box. I wonder if it writes the same color. Probably. Scrap of paper here. Again, I'm probably not supposed to write on. Yes, it does. It writes in the same color blue. Love that. And then, of course, we have our candle, which is very, like, tactile. It's a very tactile experience. It if you see, it's like this honeycomb. It is made out of beeswax. There's 2 sheets of it in here. You warm it up, like, between your hands, or I like to hold it, like, against my body, because it warms it up evenly and quick, because I have such little hands. You know, I can't, like, hold it between my hands and get the whole thing warmed. It has the wick, and I love how it always is heart-shaped. What you do is you warm it, and when it's pliable enough so it doesn't crack, you put the wick across the end, real close to the edge, and you start rolling it. And you roll it up tightly and carefully so that it doesn't, you know, go crooked, which can happen. And when you run out of the first sheet, you butt the next one up right along the seal of where the one ended, and you start the next one. You don't overlap them because you don't want to have a bump in your candle. But then you just wrap it up, and you have a nice votive candle that you sat there and made by yourself, that you rolled up all by yourself. And you get the experience of doing that, and you get, you know, the touch and the texture, and that's really neat. I love them, but I have a really hard time burning them, and I tend to go and buy myself another votive in that color, or a taper candle or whatever in the color, because I don't want to burn my candles that came with it. I have a issue. So I have all of them still, but I have burned candles in the color. All right, but you should burn them. I just want to keep them forever. I'm a collector. Okay, a bit of a hoarder, a little bit. All right, journal prompts for Advocate Voice. And in here, with your journal prompts, which I don't want to give you, because if I do, then like I said, there's no reason for you to buy the box. And I really want you to buy this box. And I get nothing, I don't get anything, this isn't sponsored or anything, but I'm telling you, this box has done more for me than just, if you need it, you should find a way to fit it in your budget, because it's amazing. There's your journal prompts, front and back, about that. And then you have all kinds of papers in this pretty blue, sort of almost a robin egg blue, kind of, or duck egg blue, and then this is more robin egg blue. This is your envelope where you can put some important things that maybe you don't want people to, you know, a little hidden journaling, or say memorabilia, say some tickets or something that you want to keep, that you don't want to fall out of your journal. Something like that. Anything that you want to keep, that's a good place to put it. I like to put hidden journaling in it and memorabilia. So there's more, this color is a little different than this color, and it's a little heavier weight. But then you have this, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. It has, oh, what do they call it? I can't think of it right now, but look, see it? It's beautiful. Like an embossing, like clear embossing or powder or something. I can't think of what it's called at the moment. It'll come to me when I'm done recording. But then there's, you know, like I said, there's a little bit different weights and colors of paper. But then you have this beautiful mulberry, handmade mulberry paper with actual flowers inside. Those are real flower leaves and petals. And love that. So there's just all kinds of, I put it in backwards. There's just all kinds, guys, of beautiful paper to journal on in the color, and you're not likely to run out. And if you do, you can, you know, put white paper, or you can find more blue paper and put in there. I don't generally run out, but I want to go back after I've gone through all 12 boxes and start again. So I've tried to leave myself some space. Some I have more space than others. And some of my journaling has gotten so personal that I have not shared it with you over the last few boxes. And I apologize that I haven't done that. But some of it has gotten, since my dad passed away and things, there's some things that are just, I wouldn't be able to get through reading it without breaking down. And I'd rather keep it a little more positive. I miss my dad so much, and it hurts so much that he's gone, you know. And there's other things going on as well, like my granddaughter moving in, and that there's a lot. There's just a lot, and it's just more than what I can say on, you know, on my channel. And then there's usually something that you do with your hands, something that you make. And for this one, it's Advocate Voice Necklace. Welcome. This kit is a simple way to do something with your own hands to support your well-being. And so the to-do kit for box 9 is to string your own Advocate Voice Necklace. We all face situations that require us to speak up. If we are engaging at all in our world, these can include such experiences as going to the doctor, talking to a therapist, returning a defective object, getting anything repaired, making a substantial purchase, employing someone for any service we may need, and setting appropriate boundaries with those that push too far into our comfort zone. Being able to fully express what you need, want, and don't want, what is critical for healthy boundaries. This can be extremely challenging if we have a passive personality, tend toward introversion, have been abused, or have any kind of avoidant qualities. Many have grown up in families that did not allow voice or needs. My family did allow voice and needs. The thing is that there was always people that needed more, because my parents did foster care and adoption since before I was born. There was always somebody that situation, you know, seemed outwardly to be worse than mine. They did not know what I had gone through, and they didn't know that I was abused. They didn't know, because they weren't the ones doing it. And I hid it so well because I learned to very quickly. And then I was an abused adult. So anyways, yes, I have these things, these problems. It is important to recognize and to grow our ability to advocate regardless of our past histories or natural tendencies. Our well-being depends on this. This box is about supporting and strengthening your advocate voice. This necklace can be your personal talisman, a charm worn to give extra power and courage when you have a need to be clearly heard, even and especially by yourself. I can say it. I can say all the things out loud, but internally, that voice, that negative Nancy voice in my head is saying all the bad. And so what I'm saying, when I'm spewing out verbally, and what I'm thinking internally, not jiving. So I have to work on that. So there's this beautiful, you don't want to like wear this Outplan Sports, because this is made out of clay, and it's beautiful. And it's like, it to me, it looks like a mouth, and it's blue, but see the shape of it looks like a mouth. There's the back of it. Isn't that beautiful? Again, I want to reiterate for the umpteenth time, the 9th time, someone, likely Valerie herself, takes the time and the effort and the energy to make something personal for every box. And I'm not the only one that gets this box. There are lots and lots and lots of people out there that get this box, and she takes that time to do this. This is made out of clay and glazed and fired. This is made out of clay and glazed and fired. This heart dish that I have used as a votive holder, so because it burns and, you know, shows the light through the holes and casts it on the walls, was made by hand. And there's more. I mean, these are the ones I just have sitting right here. The rest of them are in where I've been using them. These are here because I like to show them to you, and I know where they're at when I need them. Can you imagine? I mean, maybe there's hundreds of people that get this. Can you imagine having to make this over and over hundreds of times? That's how dedicated she is to helping you. She's an art therapist, and I mean, this is deeply personal to her to help you. Who else spends that kind of time and energy? I don't know for 100% that she makes these, but I bet you she does. And then there are glass beads that look like sea glass, really. I'm just show them to you like this because I don't want to lose them. Well, no, you saw them. Anyway, they're 2 different colors of blue and some different sizes in the string so that you can make it, you can knot between the beads if you want, or they can all be together with this in the center. However you need to do it. That is lovely, and I'm going to put that together this evening. Yeah, so that is this box. Hopefully nothing's broken. Hopefully nothing is missing. I think the way she wraps that tissue paper around, I think protected everything. I don't think anything fell out. And guys, this box is on such a different level from all the other boxes that I unbox that I can say it's my favorite and genuinely mean it because it's in a category so different. And it truly, truly helps me. I can't say enough positive things. I really wish that all of you out there would try it, or if there's a loved one that could use it, or again, I don't get anything out of it if you do or if you don't. I won't ever know if you did or you didn't. But if you struggle at all with your emotional well-being and your mental health, this is the box, guys. There's a lot of them out there. This is the box, I promise. You'll get something out of it, something positive, I guarantee. I can't give you like a written money-back guarantee, but I'm telling you, from somebody that has gone through therapy since I was about 15 years old, off and on, this has helped me more than all that therapy put together. And in conjunction with the therapy that I'm doing currently with the best therapist I've ever had, this is working for me like nothing else has. The two going together hand in hand works more than anything else I've ever tried. And I have some pretty serious mental health issues. I have severe PTSD, severe panic disorder, severe anxiety. I have severe depression. I have something called dysthymia, which is, so I have major depression, but I also have dysthymia, which is like the Eeyore thing, the gray cloud that just follows you around, so that nothing ever, you can feel kind of happy, but you never reach that, because you got that cloud hanging over. I have a lot of things. I have OCD, I have ADD, I've got, this helps me tremendously, and I know it would help you or somebody that you know that needs it. So that's, what else can I say? Anyways, what do you think of this box? Let me know, guys. And please give me that big old thumbs up, because it would really help my channel and it makes me feel good. And please, guys, please subscribe to my channel, and please share my video with others so that maybe they might subscribe as well. And thank you so much for watching and for listening to me babble. And I'll see you again in a minute in another video. I love you guys. Bye-bye.